An old interview of Canelo Alvarez where he stated he would fight Errol Spence at 160 pounds. Somehow it shows up, Terence Crawford and others talking about it, reposting it. Let your boy Ego get a piece of this. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, in case you follow the channel, I've already made a video addressing this very situation. However, some people on my other social medias may not have gotten that particular video, and some have sent me DMs stating in tweets showing what Terence Crawford did. And I'm going to hopefully break it down again, this subject, in this video, in case you missed the last one, to the point where everything is as clear as possible, right? Yesterday, or a few days ago, Terence Crawford posted a repost from a Twitter page. The Twitter page is posting a video of Canelo Alvarez with Fight Hub TV. Now, the interview with Canelo is an old interview, and I've talked about this in my previous video. I've done the research, so you don't have to. The interview is literally 4 years old. You can tell, if you don't take my word for it, a lot of misinformation on this internet thing. But you can tell because the way Canelo looks, his haircut, and in the background, you see a Matchroom backdrop, which is a company he's not even working with at the moment, right? He's working with Al Heyman and PBC. So why would the backdrop, if it was a recent interview, why would the backdrop say Matchroom, DAZN on the background? Why would it say Canelo versus Smith? Canelo has faced two Smiths in his career. One was Liam Smith and his brother Caleb Smith. Again, it's not Liam Smith because that was an HBO boxing fight. So it has to be Caleb Smith, the other Smith he fought, because it says Matchroom DAZN. When Canelo Alvarez, if you need more proof, when Canelo Alvarez was fighting with Matchroom for the Caleb Smith fight, that was the year of the pandemic in 2020, right? And in that particular fight, another indication that this is an old interview is Canelo Alvarez, when he fought Liam Smith, that was an HBO fight, and he was with Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya. Feign him. You gotta feign him. I do believe. I do believe, right? So he's no longer with Golden Boy. There was a lawsuit, and Canelo was able to free himself from any contractual obligations to Golden Boy, and the two aren't on speaking terms. Canelo was on the Breakfast Club taking shots at De La Hoya. De La Hoya is saying his fight with Charlo was boring, etc., etc. So I just broke it down to you that this is an old interview, and I gave you all the details. You got all the deets, so you know what I'm saying is true. Young Forensic Files. I told you I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. You guys can get your information from me. You can go elsewhere online, but the quality of the information is subject to change. I've already made a video about this. I've already given you guys the accurate information. See, this is one thing that's hurting the growth of the sport of boxing. There's a lot of clickbait, a lot of things that aren't actually true, and I guess trying to lure people in for a quick click, but that doesn't really do anything to grow the sport of boxing when people come out and find that it's capped. So the people who are still sinning, and I'm not blaming my fans, but I'm blaming some of y'all for believing the hype and believing and not doing the research. We live in a time, such a time, where people don't want to take the situation and take the extra couple of seconds, extra few minutes to do the research like I just did. It's easy and apparent to see that Terence Crawford, I don't know if he knew this or not, but he's posing a question. Oh, I thought Canelo wanted to fight me. You know, Why does he want to fight me at 68, but he doesn't want to fight Errol Spence, yada, 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 at 168? Well, that has since changed since that 4-year interview. He told you last year that Errol Spence, he's not doing no catch weights. Obviously, Canelo, at the time, Canelo's about 33 years old. So at the time when he was saying 160, he might have been just under 30. Now he's over 30. Now he has more fights at 168. Now he's fought at 175 twice. So at the end of the day, he knows his body, and it probably got to a point where Canelo's like, payday, you'll want payday. I know he probably realized that, hey, I ain't going backwards. I can't make that. I've already put on too much weight for like fights with Kovalev and fights with Dimitri Bivol. I can't go back that way. You know what I mean? So it's really a dead issue. I don't know why Terence Crawford or the page that posted it didn't do the research on it, and they're really posting misinformation, bad information from 4 years ago. Yes, 4 years ago, during the Caleb Smith promotion, the conversation of Errol Spence came up, and he did say 160. But again, that was 4 years ago. So if I said something on my channel 4 years ago, but things have changed, and publicly those things that have changed, you knew that they changed, and then I came out and updated my thoughts last year, which is what Canelo did. Are you going to still try to hold me to something that I said 4 years ago when I've already put out updated thoughts saying that this is no longer the case? Like, for example, if I told you I was in love with a girl, Rapunzel, 4 years ago, and then something happened and we break up, and then time goes on and we go our separate ways, that doesn't mean 4 years later I'm still in love with the girl that I was in love or feeling the effects of heartbreak 4 years later. It's a completely different situation. Like Tupac said, how many brothers fell victim to the street, rest in peace, life goes on. You know what I mean? So why are people trying to hold Canelo? Do you have that much disdain and hate for Canelo to the point where you're going to purposely have information, and in order to put out bad information or make a point, you're going to purposefully put out old information that is stale and dated? Like, that's crazy to me. But this is what it's gotten to in boxing. A lot of clickbait, a lot of channels, a lot of Facebook pages and Instagram pages and TikTok. They're just running with narratives. The whole conversation of Canelo and Crawford, to me, is a foolish one. They're not in the same weight class. I know some people want to see the fight. I'm not really big on it. I think weight classes, I'm old school. Weight classes exist for a reason, and I don't really understand the need for this 3 weight class, 21-pound jump. You know, some people are trying to spin it, say Crawford is, he's too much for Canelo and Canelo's ducking. I don't see all that. I don't see why you would duck someone who's 21 pounds lighter than you. Despite Crawford being an amazing fighter, it just doesn't make sense. That's like saying Wilder is ducking a light heavyweight. I mean, if he's fighting a 6'9" ogre like Tyson Fury, why would he be afraid to fight against somebody who's normally 21, 25 pounds lighter than him? Just doesn't really make too much sense. Same thing with this Canelo business. People are bringing up this old interview as if Canelo hasn't set the record straight and told Errol Spence even, hey, I will fight him, but he got to fight me at super middleweight because I'm not going backwards. And then people are trying to hold on to this old interview, whether it's, there's an old saying, ignorance is no excuse. So if you've never been to, let's say, America, right? And then you go to Atlanta and the speed limit on the freeway is 65 miles per hour, but you come from Germany where they have the Autobahn and you don't look and you're not paying attention and you're doing 100 miles per hour, guess what? The cop sees you, you're likely to get a ticket. Ignorance is no excuse. Just because you didn't know and you didn't look at the posted speed limit signs, you're like, oh man, I didn't know. They're not gonna not give you a ticket because you didn't know what the speed limit was when you were speeding. And that's what's going on in boxing. People putting out bad information And it's either ignorance, you got to do the research before you put it out, or not put out the information. You know, and that's one of the bad things about YouTubes and TikToks and all these online platforms is anybody, they can go to Best Buy, get a microphone and get set up. That's what I did when I first started. So I'm not knocking the journey, but I also had honor and pride in what I was doing and the information that I was putting out. I wasn't trying to put out cap and a bunch of BS and things like that, but that's what the game is getting to. You know, why would Canelo Alvarez, even if you didn't know the interview was 4 years old, Errol Spence got the brakes beat off of him by Crawford at 47. Why would Canelo honestly be doing a new interview with Fight Hub TV, even though he just beat Jermell Charlo? Why would he be talking about fighting Errol Spence Jr. at 160 when we just seen Errol Spence has a rematch clause and he handedly got beaten at 147? Do you really think, and I'm not saying Canelo's perfect, but do you think Canelo is that bad where he's looking to fight somebody who's off of a knockout loss at 47 and lost every second of the fight? You know what I'm saying? It's just, that doesn't even sound right. That doesn't even sound right, no matter how much you don't prefer Canelo. So that's my updated thoughts. Stop hitting me with this stuff. It makes no sense. Canelo said what he said and updated what he said. The interview's 4 years old, and that's it. So Crawford trying to use it to make it look like Canelo, almost insinuating Canelo is ducking, doesn't really make sense. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. I am the best in the business. It's really not close. So just subscribe, and I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.